Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be doing pretty much a wide market update on XRP, also Hbar, but we're going to be mainly talking about pretty much most of the market because of Bitcoin, pretty much the total 2 and the total 1 in regards to the altcoin market cap and the overall market cap as well for crypto. Now, of course, a lot of people are kind of concerned. I mean, overall, tomorrow is a very important day, or today is a very important day, I should say, because today is Sunday, and today is essentially the weekly candle close for Bitcoin. I personally want to see a close above 59.5K, somewhere around that point. Overall, that will be the bullish point for Bitcoin. But we are seeing, a slight pullback throughout the market. We are actually down about 0.54%. We also see Bitcoin pulling back about 1.96%, now 2.14%. Again, nothing too crazy overall in that aspect, but we do know that altcoins are going to be taking a bigger hit as Bitcoin does pull back more and more. Now, I am also looking at Stellar. Like I said, Stellar did do great things today, but it was not ready for the major breakout point because I told you guys, we have to watch Bitcoin and we have to watch the Bitcoin pairs. Overall, though, the movement was pretty fun to see today. Nonetheless, that does kind of give us an insight on what we are going to be expecting as we do march forward on in time. Now, I am looking at Hbar because we are ranging around the 36th centile range still. Again, I'm not too excited for the overall price action on any altcoins right now, especially even on the 24-hour span. A lot of altcoins aren't doing incredibly well. We do see some altcoins like QNT up a little bit, but nothing, significant overall. So, right now, within the market, we're going to be addressing the main concerns. So before we jump into it fully, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys do want to get my personal exit strategies, all that kind of stuff, you guys can do so over at NCashOfficial.com. But with that being said, let's just jump into it and let's talk about Bitcoin first. So, as you guys know, I've been talking to you guys a little bit about this pullback for now almost 2 days roughly. We are seeing the RSI on Bitcoin kind of bottoming out a little bit. I wouldn't say it looks good because right now in regards to the volume, we are actually in a deficit on volume right now. It's declining. The RSI is declining still. And so is the price. And, when we're talking about the volume, I've been talking to you guys about the macro timeframes. And on the macro timeframes, there is not too much hope. On the 4-hour, we are seeing a little bit of green, but nothing too, crazy overall. I still think that we will see much lower. On the 2-hour span, again, kind of the same deal of the 4-hour. And then, of course, on the 1 hour, we are still seeing that deeper decline on the RSI, actually jumping off of the 40 RSI point. Overall, I'm still not sold on Bitcoin going much higher from here. I think that we will see a pullback, most likely around the 59K point. If it is only around the 59K point, so just to give you guys a little bit of an insight, why am I looking at the 59 point? Well, let's go back to the 4-hour. Let's see where a lot of that strength is. A lot of that strength is around this point here. I think that this is pretty much where we could bottom out at. Most likely this is, the point down here actually at around 59.2 almost K perfectly. Now on the 1 day, how much percentage of a drop is that? It's really not much at all. It's pretty much from the top of this candle down, it's roughly about 5.83%. We could have a deeper pullback. I've told you guys about that. Off of our current price, it's really not that too far from here. This is roughly about 1.95, right? Now that would just be a test of the overall support zone on the 4-hour span. I'm expecting deeper corrections where there's actually a lot of support down here at around 57K. If we could see 57K retested perfectly, I think that would be great. I think that is a lot of support as well. How deep of a correction is that? Well, this is roughly about 8.91, which would make sense considering the fact that most Bitcoin drops are about that range. And again, from our current prices down here, it's roughly about 5.15%. Most altcoins will bleed out about roughly 10% to 15%, with high possibilities of around 20% overall. But if we could retest a little bit lower, it would be better. It would actually be healthier. And those lower prices are down here at around 55.9K, as well as down here in the 54.6K fractal levels, as well as down in the 52K's points down here, which again, could we be seeing these? Yes. Am I dead set on these being seen? No, of course not. But that's why we will watch as the chart kind of shows us those validation points or invalidation points as well. Now, with Bitcoin kind of doing what it's doing, I have been watching Bitcoin dominance closely, as you guys are aware of. Now, we do see here that this is pretty much repeating the Bitcoin pattern. We are seeing Bitcoin and also, Bitcoin dominance kind of decrease a little bit. We won't see much alts, pretty much getting that major volume flowing in until dominance is actually bottoming out somewhere down here. So overall, when we're talking about the demand zone right now for Bitcoin dominance, well, mainly I want to see us down here again. I think that this is the sign of relief for a lot of altcoins. This is where a lot of, volume is most likely flowing out of Bitcoin, and we're pretty much back into the major alt season runs. And this is where I personally want to see Bitcoin dominance at, while Bitcoin is actually ranging to, who knows where the topping point is, 75 to 85K or even 95K plus, with highs of, wherever we go. Because overall, Fibonacci levels only tell us so much. If we follow the same pattern of 2017, yeah, we could see 200K plus. Will we see 200K plus? In my opinion, no, we won't. But hey, like I said, I'd love to be proven wrong within that aspect. Now, again, there is a lot of resistance on Bitcoin that we are hitting up here. As you guys know, I have this nice line set up here, this horizontal line that we keep hitting. We actually hit it twice. 3 times we retested it overall, but we retested it technically 4 times overall on the 4-hour span. On the 2-hour, we retested that point majorly, right? 61.2K was my main point of resistance to really kind of look at within Bitcoin while everybody was kind of being bullish. I said, listen, we're hitting major resistance up here, so I don't know why anybody would be bullish. That's why I tell you guys, right? I'm telling you guys the legitimacy of this market. If you guys want to listen, you don't have to. If you want to listen, you can. Again, it is the idea that a lot of people will trade with their emotions. I do not. Now, within this market, we are also watching XRP, and we are also watching Hbar and most altcoins as well. Right now, again, like I said, I have addressed this multiple times throughout the week. XRP and also Hbar look terrible. I seen a tweet today actually, and I almost laughed. Somebody was like, look at Hbar back over 30 cents or 37 cents. We're aiming for 50 cents by the end of the weekend. It's like, I don't understand what is going on with people in this market, but I'll never understand crypto Twitter for what it is. I mean, it's honestly comical, but nonetheless, when we're looking at these altcoins on a macro time basis, for example, on the 4-hour span, look at this, right? It does not look good. Declining RSI, the volume isn't strong at all. Until we see major volume and the RSI actually flipping over 50, I'm not going to get too bullish on XRP at all. I know a lot of people are kind of getting bullish on XRP with, announcements here and there. And don't get me wrong, it's good to be bullish on XRP long-term because we do know the long-term basis. But we could also capitalize on the short-term basis. And right now, within XRP dominance, we are down below this key resistance now. This was major support that we broke, by the way, just so you guys know. And ultimately speaking, we could be going as low as a roughly 1600, on the SAT level. And again, when we're talking about this, not a lot of volume. We're hitting resistance, and this is also hitting resistance on about $1.15 roughly when we do try to hit this. $1.15. I told you guys about that $1.15 level. It's fairly strong as a support, but it's also very strong as a resistance. Now, again, the more and more that we retest a resistance or a support on this channel, I've always mentioned it gets weaker and weaker every single time. So it could break easily when we do retest that level. So right now I'm watching that, but the volume is declining on the XRP Bitcoin chart. On the macro time basis, it looks horrendous since around the 15th, as well as even going back as early as October 9th. This was our major point of pretty much declining volume all the way down, and this is continuing. So until we see stability on the volume aspect or even an increase on the volume aspect, I'm not going to be bullish on XRP just yet. And don't get me wrong, Doesn't mean that I'm not bullish long term. I'm just saying I'm bearish on the short term basis. Now, again, the same goes for HBAR, right? HBAR right now, a lot of people think that it looks good because it is ranging on 37 cents, but look at how many times that we are retesting support. It is only a matter of time before we break down below that. Here it is on the 4-hour span, how many times we have retested it. Volume is decreasing. The RSI is sitting stable. Nothing too exciting. Again, on the 2-hour span, we are seeing some volume, nothing too compelling, and the RSI is still flatlined. We need a lot more volume right now, and we need the RSI to reverse into a bullish sentiment point until we do see those higher price action moves, which we won't be seeing for a little bit of time, in my opinion, most likely by the end of the month into the first half of November. And the same goes for the Bitcoin price chart for HBAR as well, sort of the same basis as the XRP price chart. For Bitcoin, we're hitting this major resistance point, and again, this has been on the daily candle that the volume has been kind of declined or flatlined, if you will. It's kind of just been ranging on. We do see this major range from June all the way to around the end, almost the middle of September, before we had that nice breakout point. Right now, we're ranging on this nice little chop zone that we did print back to around September 4th. We see that the RSI is, pretty much declined since around September 15th with no signs of real strength. So until we do see the strength again, on the Bitcoin pair for the RSI, as well as volume reversing in that nice bullish sentiment point, us retesting some major highs around the 750 to 789 SAT level, which I've told you guys is key for our success on the USD pair. I'm not going to get bullish and tell you guys that we are ready to blast off, because we just aren't. Now, I will say this. Okay, for anybody who is looking for a juicy buy on altcoins, look for this Sunday, look for today for being that buy point, or even Monday, because I think that this weekend could, get that nice little flip of a bearish sentiment point, allow for the market to kind of correct a lot for, those people who are very, very greedy right now that are almost getting into the point of euphoria. It pretty much puts them back in check. And again, when we're talking about that, that's the time to really kind of capitalize on the market. This is not a buying market right now for a lot of these altcoins. Do what you will with that information. Now, again, in regards to this, with Bitcoin dominance pretty high, I'm watching the total altcoin market cap as well as, the total crypto market cap. Why am I? Well, first off, we are seeing some volume pour into the altcoin market cap right now. I know on the daily it doesn't look too good. On the 4-hour, again, volume is slightly declining. RSI is sort of almost bottoming out, if you will. There's not too much strength here in regards to the RSI, but I will say this, right? The altcoin market cap is still trading within that nice $1.3 trillion mark, which I really kind of want that to hold for us to still be bullish on this. And also, when we're talking about this, we are still above the 702, which is fairly good to me. We're actually still trading on the 786 as well. As long as we hold that, I will be fairly bullish still on this. Now, I do just want to continue to tell you guys that right now, with the overall altcoin market cap, we are still in a massive cup and handle. So right now, I'm watching this fairly close, just to give you guys a little bit of an insight on what a cup and handle is. Here's that nice little cup. Here is the handle. And usually what happens here is a nice breakout point on the altcoin market cap. I think that we are ranging for that. In fact, I think that as soon as Bitcoin really kind of gets some strength, flips the all-time high, which I think is going to be happening by around the end of the month now. When we're talking about that, right, we're still talking about the idea of alts really kind of getting that nice little volume influx, as well as allowing them to really run in price. We will be seeing that, right? If this cup and handle plays out in a bullish point, we could be seeing a very good, November as well as, a December, as you guys already know, though. So overall, watching this fairly closely. In regards to the overall total altcoin market cap, volume is decreasing, most likely because of Bitcoin. We actually see this on the 4-hour span that the RSI is actually flowing down in a decreasing pattern, while some volume is anchoring it up a little bit. Nothing too crazy there. 2-hour, sort of the same idea. And also the 1-hour, the volume is still kind of just trading in its own way, kind of been flatlined for the last couple days, and the RSI has kind of just been bottoming out, kind of trading sideways, flatlined as well. Now, again, when we're talking about these nice cup and handles within the entire market, we could obviously see that This is also a very good cup and handle. So these two are obviously fairly close together because one is just excluding Bitcoin, one is including. So they both have that nice cup and handle feel to them. And again, look at what happened here. We nearly broke out of the all-time high on this at about 2.58 trillion. I think the next point on this is to break out of that and really kind of flip bullish. I think that that's gonna be pretty much the idea of changing into that nice extreme greed level, allowing for altcoins to get some more volume flowing into them. But overall, you know, to really kind of sum it up, I'm just watching for today, for later today, if you will, for the nice candle close for the weekly. I'm going to be watching altcoins in regards to their Bitcoin pairs. I think everybody who is in this market shouldn't be looking at the USD pairs as much as they should be looking at the Bitcoin pairs. I think that the Bitcoin pair is a lot more key to success in this game, but also we are going to be keeping a close eye out on the leading factors just to give you guys quick updates in regards to the macro time basis. I'm just here to give you guys that nice little footing that you probably need, especially considering the fact that there is a lot of people on Twitter kind of spewing nonsense right now. You know, I'm not bullish. I'm not even bearish. I'm just kind of in the idea of I'm expecting a healthy pullback because we should be. And I'm waiting to capitalize on that by buying altcoins that I think are very undervalued, which you guys should already know which ones those are. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.